2017 meeting of the SAFCA Board of Directors. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Thank you. Matt Conant. Here. Nick Abdis. Tom Barandis.
Here.
Brian Holloway. Cyril Shaw.
Here.
Angelique Ashby.
Here.
Jeff Harris.
Here.
Rick Jennings.
Here.
Sue Frost.
Here.
Susan Peters.
Here.
Patrick Kennedy.
Here.
Phil Cerno.
Here.
Do you have a quorum?
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This meeting of SAFCA is being broadcast live and will be cablecast without interruption on Metro Cable 14 and will be re-aired on Saturday, July 22nd at 2 p.m. It's also webcast at www.sacmetrocable.tv, and streaming video of the board meeting is available on SAFCA's website within 48 hours after the meeting. Members of the audience wishing to address the board should fill out a blue speaker form located on the lectern and bring it to me. When addressing the board, please identify yourself for the record, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I do not have any public comments, and so our first item is a public hearing, resolution number 2017057, approving the supplemental assessment roll, setting the fiscal year 2017-18 assessment rate for the Sacramento Area Flood Control Agency, Operations and Maintenance Assessment District Number 1.
Mr. Campbell.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jason Campbell, Deputy Executive Director. To bring to you once again, it's the new fiscal year, and with the new fiscal year, we have the adoption of the assessment roll for the O&M Assessment District Number 1. This is intended to be a public hearing. There's no presentation. The rate, as indicated in the report, is the same as it was in the prior years. No additional changes other than those that are incidental to the roll itself, which the assessment engineer has taken into consideration. So with that, I would ask if you have any questions. Go ahead and proceed with the hearing.
Any questions of the board? Okay, I will open the public hearing. I have no comment slips. Is there anyone in the public that would like to comment? I'll close the public hearing. Is there a motion?
Move to close the public hearing and move the item.
Second.
Moved by Director Harris, seconded by Director Peters. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 2, the Executive Director's Report for July 20th, 2017.
Good afternoon, Chair Candy, members of the board, Rick Johnson. I've got the written report there. There's a couple items I wanted to cover that have a little more information that I just received. Yesterday, the governor appointed Grant Davis as the new director of the Department of Water Resources. Since the department is one of our major cost share partners, he's an important person in our world. He's been the general manager of Sonoma County Water Agency, and it will need a Senate approval, but I just let you know that occurred yesterday there. Turning to Washington, D.C. on the federal fiscal year 18 appropriations, as I mentioned last month, the President's proposed budget was released in May. On July 11th, the House Appropriations Committee marked up their version of the appropriations bill, and the Republican leadership announced that they plan to try to move a mini-bus bill, I can never say that, that includes our appropriations. There's 12 appropriations bills that are usually passed separately. Lately, they've been doing them in groups or one big omnibus bill. The Senate Appropriations Committee met today and has been working on that today. Just in the Senate hearing, it was interesting listening to it. The Senate Appropriations Subcommittee Chair pointed out that the Corps' construction funding is the lowest in 5 years, and it's 46% less than 2017 appropriations bill. So because of that, both the House and Senate were looking at adding money into a pot of money. The House added a little over $600 million, and in two categories that some of our projects could be eligible for would be flood storm damage reduction for $114.5 million they added, and then flood control for $175 million. Now, of course, these still have to get passed and approved, but at least it shows that they're looking at trying to get the budget back up a little bit better. So specifically, these are our numbers. I showed you last month the President's proposed budget on the far right. The House markup, because of the earmark ban, they can't add to the individual line items. And so you see our total number there is significantly lower than we've seen since I've been here and before. So we're going to have our work cut out for us to work with the Corps to make sure they have some projects that are eligible and ready for work plan money, and then try to do what we did this year and get quite a bit of significant amount of work plan money for our projects there. It was interesting, tearing apart, the Corps always publishes with the budget, their budget report, and I wanted to show this one. It shows the projects that in the category where we get funded. The bottom ones that all have asterisks over on the side, those are all dam safety ones where they're working on spillways or other issues on dams. So if you look at the top 6, there's only 6 projects in the entire country in our category of flood control that are being funded for construction this year. We have 2 of them, and then the top one, Sac Bank, is actually the state is the sponsor, and we do benefit. We do have some projects that get constructed under that. And side note, I found it interesting, 5 of those 6 projects are in California. But so, I mean, the good part of this is we've been able to maintain our prominence in moving our construction program forward. The bad part is we're seeing a reduction overall in the number of projects and being funded, and so we'll just have to keep working that to make sure that it doesn't start affecting us in the long run. That's really all I had there. See if there's any questions.
Questions? Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Consent matters, items 3 through 8 are in order.
Is there any, let's see if there's anyone that wants to pull an item or ask any questions. No one in the audience. We have a motion by Vice Chair Avdis. Is there a second? Second. Second by Director Harris. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained?
Thank you. Separate matters, item 9, resolution number 2017-065, authorizing the executive director to execute amendment number 1 to contract number 1295 with Kleinfelder, Inc. for geotechnical engineering and related services.
Good afternoon, Pete Kelfie, Director of Engineering. This is part of our ongoing engineering support that Kleinfelder provides us on a year-in, year-out basis. They've been our main geotech firm since I've been with Safeco, since 2000 and before that. This is giving us flexibility to answer geotechnical questions that come along, and they also provide services associated with our board of senior consultants in reviewing design work done by other engineering firms that benefit Safeco.
Any questions? Director Peters.
Thank you. Pete, do you bid these contracts out? I know that Kleinfelder's been doing this for a long time. Do you bid them out, and if you don't, why?
So these are long-term support contracts. There's a history or the benefit of knowledge of working on these programs for such a long period of time that the Kleinfelder work has not been bid in quite a while. Basically, we treat them as an extension of staff with their knowledge. And so this is one of those efforts where we've kept using Kleinfelder for these years.
Does,
I brought up the same issue.
Oh, okay.
Just because there's a number of extensions that we've approved over the last couple of years, and more so than in most areas. And Mr. Johnson has agreed that in an upcoming executive director's report that he's going to give a report on to how we do that and why we're doing it and what the justification is.
Yeah, we've got that on the agenda for August, or what are we in, July, August, the next one here.
yeah, I'd like to have council's opinion on that, too. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Is there a motion?
Move the item.
Director Shaw? Second by Director Harris. I know. Director Jennings, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain?
Director Peters, did you have a question? Did you have?
What?
Did you have a question of agency counsel?
No, Rick will just
Related to Rick's
include it.
report next month.
Okay, thank you. Item number 10, resolution number 2017066, authorizing the executive director to execute amendment number 6 to contract number 1151 with MBK Engineers for levee accreditation services associated with the North Area Streams levees, American River levees, Sacramento River levees from the confluence of the American River down to the town of Freeport, and the Beach Lake levee and floodwall system up to the Union Pacific Railroad.
Again, this is a project, this contract is associated with a program, the levee accreditation program that we have. This is a long-term project that started back in 2012, and this will carry on through our levee accreditation, which we are expecting in the 2020 plus timeframe. We have several levee systems that we're certifying. The first one we're going to be certifying for ULOP, urban level of protection, that is needed for the state of California and for FEMA. That effort is happening this year. It's on the Dry Creek North Levee. That is part of this contract, but it's also part of the North Area Streams construction contract that we've awarded. Also, it's tied to the design effort and project management associated with the Sacramento River levee improvements that we're doing. It's tied to our overall construction program that we're leading with the state grant for North Area Streams and for the Sac River system. This is also tied to our levee accreditation on the American River as well.
Any questions? Comments? Is there a motion?
Move the item.
Moved by Vice Chair Avdis, second by Director Harris. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstain?
And the remaining items are receive and file.
Everything else is receive and file. Any other comments or questions for the board? No. We are adjourned.